Hey guys, welcome to JPT. I'm Carson G and I'm hyped to give you some great news. Canonical just released the latest version of Ubuntu 20.10, Groovy Gorilla. New version of Ubuntu. I can't wait to test it out, neither can you, so why don't we just get into it? Some exciting changes that we've got are we're going from the Linux kernel 5.4 on Ubuntu 20.04 to the Linux kernel 5.8 on Ubuntu 20.10. We've got GNOME 3.38, brand new release of GNOME right on Ubuntu 20.04, very nice. We've got Firefox 81, latest, Thunderbird 78, and also LibreOffice 7 coming out. Those are some exciting changes that we're going to want to look at in our new release of Ubuntu. This is a big one. Some of us may have noticed that Ubuntu has server images for ARM processors such as the Raspberry Pi, for example, but they now have a full desktop Ubuntu image for the Raspberry Pi 4 with at least 4 gigabytes of RAM, but still a full Ubuntu desktop image on your Raspberry Pi. Not only does this put desktop Ubuntu on the Raspberry Pi, but some popular derivatives of Ubuntu, such as Linux Mint, will maybe also add that support too. So that is pretty sweet. More Linux distributions that you can run on like the $50 Raspberry Pi computer. Very amazing and excellent for anyone on a budget. And awesome!
Alright guys, so here we are on our Ubuntu 20.10 Groovy Gorilla desktop. Speaking of Groovy Gorilla, I like that right there. That is a nice wallpaper. Great. So, I'm already noticing a few bugs. So, I actually typed in sudo apt-get install simple screen recorder, which is a screen recorder that I use to record, and it actually said there is no simple screen recorder available for apt, but there is a snap available. I'm wondering if they are planning to fully transition to snap and move away from apt in the future, but I'm not sure. I'm still not sure how I like this whole movement of multiple package managers that basically do the same thing. I don't know if snap should come with Ubuntu, but I'm still trying to make up my mind about that. I'm still testing it out. But if I typed in sudo apt install simple screen recorder, just like that, it will say that. No apt package, but there's a snap with that name. It's nice that it will tell you when there's a snap available, but you used to be able to get that from apt, and I don't know why you can't get that from apt anymore, and it's kind of annoying. But anyway, I got it installed, and we've got the logo for it and everything right here, but then it's open right here, but yet it's no picture there, so that looks kind of annoying. But I've heard you could do this with GNOME 3.38, so I kind of want to try it out. You can rearrange stuff. Sweet. And we've got an Office folder. Alright, let's see if we can just drag all this out. Alright, now it's all down here. So, I did make this folder called Useless Junk. I put all the games in there that come built in with it, like Minesweeper and stuff like that. And then I went to the Software Center and deleted all of them, and now they're all gone. But yet this is still here, and I actually can't remove it. So that's another bug that I don't really like. But for the most part, I am liking how you can rearrange all of this. Speaking of Thunderbird, I've actually heard that Thunderbird is getting like a revamped look and everything. Ooh, this looks different. Yeah. Yeah, this I gotta say, I already like this look and feel so much more. So that is a great thing to see. Another thing that I noticed is, say if I drag this onto a folder, it will name it by itself depending on what you're putting in there. But of course you can also rename it to whatever you want. So there we go. Now let's try LibreOffice, because LibreOffice got upgraded. So the first thing that we see here is, I noticed that it doesn't take as long to start up either. Let me close that out. Did you see how fast that started up? That is crazy. On Ubuntu 20.04, it takes like 5 seconds, and that was booted in like 2. So that's crazy. But I mean, this isn't the most powerful computer. This is just a Dell Studio XPS 8100, but still, this is like a mid-range computer maybe, and that's pretty amazing. First thing I notice is that obviously we've got all these icon changes over here, so that is kind of nice. Looks like there's no changes up here. I did also notice that not much of a change to the file manager, other than the fact that it has a search bar up here. That's pretty nice. So yeah, that's really all the changes. I wouldn't recommend upgrading just yet. There are obviously a few bugs, but they will get fixed very quickly. This is Linux, and it's got a large community, so they'll get fixed, and maybe once they get fixed, then for those of you who only want your system supported for like 9 months, then definitely feel free to upgrade to this. But if you're planning to do that, I would still want to wait a while till these bugs clear up, and then it will be a good Linux distribution release to use. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.